It's my pleasure to be evaluating Paul Mathern on his speech, Live Your Dreams, which comes from the Dynamic Leadership Pathway Level 1. As he described in his interview, the objective of the speech was to take his the evaluation and feedback from his previous speech and apply it to this speech. And the feedback that he did receive from the previous speech was, as he said, to use the stage more appropriately, not to have unnecessary body movement. And also the feedback was the power of pause, to try and instill pause in his speech. So that was the feedback that he was given the last time. So how did Paul do? I have to say, I loved the way he started. He had some antics just at his starting position there. He stood, he looked at somebody in the room, somebody else in the room when he was standing in his position before he was introduced, and then as he came up, he gave a little to the audience. And I just thought, oh, we're in for a treat. He's confident. I really liked the way that he approached the stage. I think you would all absolutely agree with me. The way he animated his storytelling using his body was absolutely exemplary. He was a bird, he was an elephant, he was absolutely animated the story wonderfully, using his body to tell the story. I loved his intelligent thought. He constructs sentences so beautifully, very intelligent thought and very descriptive language. Using, is it an onomatopoeia? Is that what it's called? Thump, thump, thump. Is that what an onomatopoeia is?
Yes.
Yeah, thump, 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 except thank you so much over there for my literary genius. So I loved the descriptive language. Absolutely wonderful. Did he own the stage? He absolutely owned the stage. He used the stage. We felt his stage presence. Very, very powerful. Well done the way he used the stage. Here is where I feel Paul could really improve. It is how he uses his voice. His voice is too soft. He had so many wonderful, interesting things to say. His initial thing, if he'd started just a little bit louder, we would have been with him. I struggled to hear his voice. He went a little bit too fast. I was losing what he was saying. I was losing bits of what he was saying. Vocal variety, his voice was just soft tone, something like this. Instead of going thump, 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 when the elephant was doing, punctuated with your voice. It'll make for a far more powerful speech. And pause. You used pauses twice beautifully for the laugh. Anybody taking malaria tablets? He let us have our laugh. He paused, but instilled pauses far more. Overall, I thought it was great storytelling, highly descriptive and animated. Use your voice to take it home. Well done.